Story 1. My roommate used my vibrator without my knowledge. What do I do? I'm sorry for the long one, but I am absolutely dumbfounded. A little bit of backstory. I, 23F, have been married to my husband, 23M, for 4.5 years now. We own our own place. My high school friend, let's call her Amy, 21F, recently moved in with us about a month ago due to bad living situations with her family. She has a toddler who is also my godson. She said she would be here for about a month. Amy is not independent at all and is still living out her immature streak. She doesn't buy her own groceries, food, laundry detergent, toilet paper, tampons, etc. So she has been using my husband and I's stuff. Which, in this economy, has kind of been affecting us financially. I have tried to calmly bring it up, but I hate confrontation and am just a plain doormat. My husband and I have been arguing a lot lately due to this. Amy is barely home, as she is usually out at bars or sleeping with other guys. My husband and I recently noticed that small items were moved around in our room. Our bedroom door has been left open. We always leave it closed for multiple reasons, most of which don't pertain to her specifically, mainly safety, hygiene items are missing out of our bathroom, and pretty much just the house is left a mess. We are very clean people, and like to keep our house a certain way. We understand having a kid makes that hard, so we are lenient in some things. So, my husband installed a camera in the kitchen that can see our bedroom door. We did not tell Amy, since, well, it's our house and we wanted to see why things were in disarray. We notice every day she is home. She goes into our bedroom, however, we can't see exactly what she is doing due to the angle of the camera. I have brought up to her that our bedroom door has been left open, and each time she responds, I don't know how, I didn't go into your room, or, oh, it was already open this morning, so I know she lies straight to my face. Now to the main point of this story. Today, my husband calls me and asks if I had her go into the room for any reason and if I asked for her to get something out of my nightstand. I said no, then he tells me to go check the camera. I do, and it shows her going into the bedroom, over to my nightstand then back out. She was in for less than 4 seconds. Didn't look around, only cracked the door enough for her to fit through. Opened the drawer. You could hear it clear as day on the camera. And it's a very unique sound as they are old solid oak nightstands with no sliders. Then walked out with something under her shirt. She knew exactly where she was going and what she was going to get, like she had done it before. I immediately got mad and assumed she stole the cash that I had in there, but knew I'd have to wait to get home after work to check. 15 minutes later, my husband calls again and says, go look at the fuck camera. And what do I see? Her rinsing my vibrator in the kitchen sink, drying it with the hand towel, then going back in the room to put it away. I am completely disgusted, astonished, violated, just no words. And what can make it worse? Just yesterday, she tested positive for a vaginal bacterial infection and was given antibiotics. I have no idea how many times she has done this, since she has been living with us for a month, and we only put the camera in a couple of days ago. I just got done at urgent care to get tests. I should know the results in a few days. Anyway, I am at a loss because I don't want her to be in the streets, but she's 100% lost my trust forever. Furthermore, she's jeopardized my health, my husband's health, our relationship, and proven to be completely mentally immature. I'm entirely sickened by the whole situation. I need to kick her out, but I don't know how to go about doing that. She has my godson, but I don't know how I can't ever have a normal friendship with her again. Please, any advice? Update. My husband took me out to dinner last night, and we discussed. We waited for Amy to get home, and asked her if she had anything she would like to tell us. She said no. We then told her there was a camera that was charging in the house, and we saw her go into my nightstand. She got silent, so I asked what she was doing. She took a while to respond, and after some pushing, she said it was awkward. She then told me that she was curious as to what I use. I asked her what she meant. She said toys. I asked her why she didn't just ask me, as I'm a very open person. She said she felt awkward. I then asked her why she rinsed it and sniffed it. She said, because I touched it. I told her it doesn't make any sense why she would do any of that. Why wash it after handling it, and not before? Why even go in my personal area in the first place? We, of course, told her she had to move out because the trust is completely gone, and I do not feel comfortable having her in our home anymore. My husband was a champ. Every time I started to shut down, he took the conversation over. I am just still unsure what to think. I told her I don't trust her at all, that she didn't use it, but she insists that she just took it out to search what type and brand it was. I can't wrap my head around any of the details. She will be dropping my godson off with his father to watch him until she can find a place. I asked her about some options, all to which she said it's not a possibility, and kept insisting she will just live in her car or move somewhere else without her son. I feel so guilty, and I can't help but think that it is purposeful to make me feel this way. But, as a ton of comments said, I need to put my marriage first, so I am sticking my ground. Comments from netizens. Comment 1. Immediately change your bedroom doorknob to a locking with a key netted to get inside. Throw away the vibrator. Handle it with gloves on. Tell her you know she's been going into your bedroom and using your things. You're not stupid. You and husband know what you do, what you use, and how you leave your bedroom. She is the only other adult in the house and she has to stop lying now. She has a choice of which homeless shelter you take her to. She should have plenty of money since she's been using all of your supplies and not paying for any food, TP, bathroom supplies, etc. You and husband are done supporting her lifestyle. Don't tell her about the camera. Just come at it as a matter of fact, no other explanation for the occurrences. Don't give her any wiggle room. Verbally back her up against the wall and tell her you are done. It's time she grows up and acts like an adult. Replay 1. No joke, one of the best things about being married is having a person willing to play pitbull or scapegoat in situations like this. My wife and I both can be overly accommodating. We're nice, empathetic people. But we aren't complete idiots. So if one of us isn't up to a confrontation, the other can muster, and it's easier to go against our soft kitten instincts when we're doing it for our partner. And likewise, if we're being peer pressured into a social thing we don't want to do, we have open permission to blame the other for why we can't, with whatever excuse we want to make. For two introverts prone to be peacemakers, it's such a perk. Replay 2. I would add, get legal eviction proceedings started well before you confront her. I'll guarantee you she'll dig her heels in and claim residency. The day you serve her with the eviction notice, as soon as she's in possession of that paper, you whip out tools and put deadbolts and locks on everything that has nothing to do with her room and, unfortunately, the kitchen. She's lying to your face and is exhibiting seriously narcissistic behaviors with zero remorse. Equating kindness with weakness and preying on your empathetic nature to avoid her own responsibilities is grounds for eviction. Replay 3. This. No one ever stays more than 2 nights in my home anymore without signing a rental agreement because of people taking advantage like this. The state I live in doesn't allow you to kick someone out if they spent 3 consecutive nights in a home. They are now considered a resident. Unless you have a rental agreement. I have a very tender heart and it's gotten me into bad situations where people I'm trying to help take advantage. I learned the hard way I can't kick someone out of my home for stealing from me and doing drugs and bring men back to my home at all hours. It is such a helpless feeling having a police officer standing in the home you own and you pay all the bills on telling you will be arrested if you do not let the freeloader back in. So now people sign legal contracts. I have a stack of blank ones in the kitchen. It's got all kinds of rules I can make you leave over. Don't wash the cast iron pan in the dishwasher. Don't let the cats outside. Don't leave wet towels on the floor. Don't bring guests home without my written approval. And it lists how much they will have to pay in rent after a certain time frame. People don't respect what they get for free. I charge $30 per day to stay after 2 weeks. Incredible how fast someone can find a new place to live if they know there's no good reason they can give me for not paying. It saved me twice from having freeloaders overstay their welcome or take advantage of my kindness. Comment 2. No, you probably will never have a normal relationship with her again. But why would you want one? She treats you terribly. You sit her down and tell her that she needs to leave. It is up to you two to decide how much time to give her. You also will want to look into the eviction laws in your state to determine if you need to legally evict her if she has tenants' rights. I am kind of 50-50 on bringing up the camera. Part of me thinks that you could bring up the camera but say it was in your room so she knows she is caught, and this might also help to deter her doing something in retaliation after you tell her she needs to leave. If you do bring up the camera, I definitely would not tell her where it is, or tell her it was in the bedroom. Comment 3. I learned in counseling, people always figure it out. If you died tomorrow, Amy would leave and figure it out. It is not your responsibility. She has a son, she will be a mother and protect him and find a solution when she has to, but people like her will not do it voluntarily. You have made it way too easy for her to live comfortably and do whatever she wants. If she has to go to a shelter, offer to have your godson stay a night or two, until she figures it out. This is major boundary crossing and completely disrespectful, and there is no excuse. Comment 4. I understand not liking confrontation, but sometimes it's necessary. This is a time when it's needed. I would tell her y'all need to talk, have your husband there for support, sit her down, and tell her everything that's been a problem. Try your best to keep calm if possible, but don't let her give you no excuse or bad attitude like she isn't in the wrong. Have no shame in telling her you installed cameras in your home and have proof of what she is doing. Make it very clear to her that you feel violated and used. I'd give her 48 hours to get her things together and leave. If she wants to act a fool during the conversation, they call the cops, and if she don't want to leave after 48 hours, again, call the cops. She is using y'all's utilities, leaving y'all's house a mess, acting childish, and using extremely personal items. You have got to put your foot down. I am so sorry you are going through this. I'll be here for any updates.